So today we're doing a tailored analysis of the actor Hyun Bin, and specifically looking at this really fascinating tension right now between his work, his personal life, and his business ambitions.
Yeah, and our goal here is to really get into the surprising, psychological cost of his recent roles, and then connect that to this historic awards win with his wife, and even what his company is doing. It's a lot to unpack.
It is. I think we have to start with the film Harbin. I mean, this
Yeah.
is a huge one. He plays the real-life independence activist Jung.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? The sheer pressure of that role. For a modern Korean actor to play a figure like that, a symbol of national resistance against the Japanese colonization, it's just staggering.
He actually said it was the most mentally challenging thing he's ever done.
More than the physical stuff. I mean, he walked across a frozen lake in Mongolia in minus 40-degree weather for a role, and he said this was harder. He said the pressure and weight were just too immense. But, once he committed, the film had such a clear message. It wasn't just about the one heroic act.
Right. It was about showing the whole journey, the foundation of the independence movement for a new generation.
Exactly. And that commitment, that struggle, it paid off almost immediately in a very public, very historic way.
Okay, let's talk about the 46th Blue Dragon Film Awards. It was a
Yeah.
monumental night.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So he wins Best Actor for Harbin, and then his wife, Sun Yujin, wins Best Actress for No Other Choice.
And just like that, they become the first married couple in the entire 46-year history of the awards to sweep the lead acting awards.
It's incredible. And what I found so fascinating were their speeches, where you just see this perfect intersection of their professional and personal lives.
He gets up there, and he thanks his wife and their son, Kim Woo-jin.
And then she gets up and returns it right back, sharing the award with, and this is a quote, "the two men I love most, Kim Tae-pyung and our baby," which of course is Hyun Bin's real name.
And speaking of their baby, Hyun Bin talked about how becoming a father has just completely shifted his perspective. He felt a deeper connection to An Jung-geun, who also had a family.
Yeah, he mentioned wanting his son to know that when he was born, his dad was off making a film about a really important figure in our country. There's a new sense of responsibility there.
So with that new kind of grounded perspective, it's interesting to look at his next moves. First, on the business side of things.
Right. So his agency just signed the actress Hwang-woo Sol-hai back in September. And that's a pretty strategic move. It's about diversifying the roster, making the agency less reliant on just him. It's a long-term play.
Okay, so that's the business move. But then his next big acting role, it's a complete 180 from playing a national hero.
It's a total pivot, and that's the ideological shift that's so interesting to analyze. He has a new Disney Plus series coming out, Made in Korea.
And in it, he plays Baek Ki-tae, who's a department head at the National Intelligence Service back in the 1970s.
Mm-hmm. And this character is described as being driven by pure ambition. I mean, pure ambition for wealth and power. The kind of guy who would risk his country for his own personal gain.
So you have this actor who's just finished embracing the heavy responsibility of history, of fatherhood, only to immediately play someone who is the definition of self-interest.
It's a striking contrast. And, sources say that even after Harbin was done filming, he confessed that burden, that intensity just stayed with him. And it raises this question for you to think about.
Yeah.
Well, after you pour so much of yourself into a self-sacrificing historical figure like An Jung-geun, do you, as an actor, sort of need to cleanse your palate? Do you need to take on a role that's all about pure self-interest just to find some kind of creative or even psychological balance? It's something to consider as you watch his next move.